So in chapter 3, we are learning second order linear differential equations. So far, we have learned two methods. First, method of one known solution. What is that? If y1 is a known solution, y1 is known solution of the differential equation. Which equation? Y double prime plus pxy prime plus qxy equal to 0. The another solution is y2 given by y1 times 1 over y1 square e power minus integral px dx. This is very important formula. You should know it. Okay. Second, after that we learned how to solve or how to find general solution for a second order homogeneous differential equation with constant coefficients. Means this equation y double prime plus py prime plus qy equal to 0. P and q are not functions of x, these are constants. So recall the solution procedure. We learned that first we need to write auxiliary equation. And how do you get auxiliary equation? With a trial solution y equal to e power mx. If you substitute it into the given equation and then remove e power mx, what do you get? M square plus pm plus q equal to 0. Quadratic equation in M. This is auxiliary equation to the given differential equation. Now, depending on the roots of this equation, there are three ways of writing the solution. Three cases. What are those? Let's see one by one. Suppose the two roots m1, m2 are real and distinct. Then general solution is c1 e power m1x plus c2 e power m2x. Second case, m1, m2 are equal, real and equal, say equal to m. Then general solution is c1 e power mx plus c2 x e power mx. For the repetition, multiply by x. Third case, if the roots are complex, say m1 is a plus iota b, m2 is a minus iota b. Then general solution is e power ax c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. Hope you recall these solutions we discussed in the previous lecture. After this, we did one example. I would like you to do it again. Y double prime plus y prime minus 6y equal to 0. Find general solution of this homogeneous equation with constant coefficients. So here the auxiliary equation is m square plus m minus 6 equal to 0, and its roots are, which roots you found for it?
Minus 3 and 2.
Minus 3 and 2. So general solution of this differential equation is c1 e power minus 3x plus c2 e power 2x, using this one, the first one. So this example we covered in the previous lecture. Now let's see the next example. Second case. Solve the differential equation y double prime minus 4y prime plus 4y equal to 0. Try it yourself first. Write the auxiliary equation, find the roots, and then write the solution. Tell me your answer. It's a simple and straightforward. Auxiliary equation is m square minus 4m plus 4 equal to 0. Roots are
Yes.
2 comma 2, right? Roots are repeating. So what is general solution in this case? Which case is applicable? Second one. So the solution is C1 e power m. M is 2 here. So C1 e power 2x plus C2 x e power 2x. So once you write the auxiliary equation, find the roots. After that it's easy. Just you should know this. Okay, let's do one more example. Solve the differential equation y double prime plus y prime plus y equal to 0. Again, write auxiliary equation, find the roots, see which kind of roots you get, and then see the applicable case among the three. Here the auxiliary equation is m square plus m plus 1 equal to 0. From this, what is m? Minus 1 plus minus square root of 1 minus 4 over 2. You can see here the roots are imaginary. Minus 1 by 2 plus minus iota root 3 over 2. So naturally here third case is applicable. Just note down A and B. This is A, this is B. And write the solution. So solution in this case is e power minus 1 by 2x because A is minus half. C1 cos B means root 3 by 2. So cos root 3 by 2x plus C2 sine root 3 by 2x. So hope you have understood these three examples. These are very simple. Similarly, you can solve more examples. Shall I move further?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, next thing is use of transformation. Means a second order homogeneous differential equation is given, but this time you have variable coefficients. Using a transformation, can we convert it to a second order homogeneous differential equation with constant coefficients. So let's see what happens under this particular transformation. Z equal to square root q dx, or you can say dz over dx or z prime equal to root q. Both are same. Let's use this transformation and see in which differential equation it is transformed. What you are trying to do, you are using this transformation into this differential equation. So you want to transform x into z. So let's see how to do it.
So can't we use one known solution here?
No, I'm telling something else. Suppose you are not able to find known solution. Here the concept is, using this transformation, can we convert this equation to an equation with constant coefficients? Okay, this is something new. So let's learn it first. So I'm using a particular transformation, and I will now transform this equation in terms of y and z. This part you should see carefully, how to transform it. So let's see how y prime is transformed. Y prime means dy over dx, that you can write dy over dz into dz over dx. And dz over dx is root q. So you have root q times dy over dz. Likewise, you can transform y double prime. So y double prime means derivative of this expression with respect to x. So because there may be x in q, of course. So both are functions of x. So I'm applying product rule. Root q as it is, derivative of this thing with respect to x. I can write d2y over dz square into dz over dx. All right. By chain rule, because I'm differentiating this thing with respect to x. So d2y over dz square into dz over dx, it's fine. Plus dy over dz as it is, derivative of root q with respect to x. What is that? 1 over 2 root q into, you can write dq or dx or simply q prime. Q is a function of x. So you have converted y prime as well as y double prime in terms of y and z. Now this dz over dx again can be replaced by root q into dy over dz. No. What is dz over dx? Root q. So what do we get? Q times d2y over dz square plus q prime over 2 root q dy over dz. So this is the final calculation for y double prime. Y prime is already here. Substitute these two into the given differential equation and see what do you get. I'm saying substitute the expressions for y prime and y double prime into equation 1 and then do some simplification. Finally divide throughout by q. See what expression you get. As I understand, if I multiply this by p, this by p, and this as it is, and add the two, and one more term qx into y. So what we get, then 1 becomes, then 1 implies y double prime, no, d2y or dz square, I should write d2y over dz square plus what is coefficient of dy over dz? Check it. Q prime over 2pq over q prime over 2pq over tau 2q power 3 over 2 dy over dz plus y equal to 0. Check it whether I've written correctly or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so after substituting y prime and y double prime into the given differential equation, this is the transformed equation. Equation number 2. Now see this equation. This equation can be an equation with constant coefficients provided this part is constant. Because its coefficient is 1, its coefficient is also 1. Only this part. If this is also constant, if PQ are such that this part is constant, so I can say that this is an equation with constant coefficients. So, conclusion is that, I'm putting it. Conclusion is that under this transformation, this equation becomes an equation with constant coefficients provided q prime plus 2pq over 2q power 3 by 2, or you can leave 2, it doesn't matter. This thing is constant. So you just need to remember this condition while solving problems. You are given a second order homogeneous differential equation with variable coefficients. You are not given a particular solution and you are not able to guess also. Okay. After that, you may try this. Just calculate this expression for the given differential equation. Suppose you find it is constant, then you can write this transformed equation. It is an equation with constant coefficients that you can solve easily. Let's see a problem. Solve the differential equation x y double prime.
So this term is necessarily be constant, or it may not be?
It may not be. We have found a general way of transforming the equation. But suppose your P and Q are such that this turns out to be a constant. In that case, it's helpful. Otherwise, it is not helpful. Okay. So only particular differential equations can be solved by using this. So let's see a differential equation: xy double prime plus x square minus 1 y prime plus x cube y equal to 0. Or it is also possible. Remember that it is possible in the exam. You may be given that use this transformation to solve this equation. Okay. So, what is P here? If you compare with this one, you have to divide it throughout by x first. So dividing throughout by x means y double prime plus x minus 1 over x, y prime plus x square y. Now you can note down your px and qx. Px is x minus 1 over x, qx is x squared. Okay, calculate this thing. See what do you get. We have noted your P and Q for the given differential equation. Find this expression.
1 by 2.
2.
It's 2 or 1 by 2 or it's 1.
I think it's 1.
Yes, it's 1.
Sir, it's 1.
Ignore
One.
2. 1 by 2. It's 1.
Divide by
It's
2 also, okay? Okay, if it is 1, this whole expression is 1, what is the transformed equation? d2y over dz square plus this whole expression, that is 1 in your case, so dy by dz plus y equal to 0. Now you see it's an equation with constant coefficients and you can write its solution. Do it further yourself. Already I think we have done this kind of example today. What is the solution of this equation? First you write auxiliary equation, that is m square plus m plus 1 equal to 0. Its roots are minus 1 by 2 plus iota root 3 by 2. So solution is y equal to e power minus half what? Z or x?
Sir, Z, but it is equal to X.
Yes. In place of x you have z here. Be careful here. So e power minus half z, c1 cos root 3 by 2z, c2 sine root 3 by 2z. What is z?
X square by 2.
X
X
square.
square by 2.
Why? Because you know the transformation is this root qx dx. And in your case, qx is x square, so x dx means x square by 2. So just replace z by x square by 2 here. You have the final answer. So final answer should be minus half and x square by 2. If you substitute, you get x square by 4. C1 cos root 3 by root 3 x square by 4 plus C2 sine root 3 x square by 4.
Sir, so here we won't get any constant when we are integrating z, that is root 2x.
I didn't listen you. Can you repeat?
So when we are
No,
integrating
no.
this root 2x
You,
dx, so won't
you
we
need
get a
not to
constant
add
term here?
constant here. It will not make any difference. Okay, it's a transformation. Okay, I'm writing another differential equation, and I give you the transformation also. You need to use that transformation to change the differential equation first, okay, and then solve that. Y double x square y double prime plus pxy prime plus qy equal to 0. This is the given differential equation. Here p and q are constants. Okay, p and q are constants. Use the transformation z equal to ln x, or I can say x equal to e power z. Using this transformation, can you transform it and see what is the transformed equation? Do it yourself, I'm waiting for you. If I use z equal to ln x or x equal to e power z, what is the transformed equation? How to transform it? Way of transformation is same as I discussed earlier. Y prime is dy over dx, that you can write dy over dz into dz over dx. In your case, dz over dx is 1 over x. So 1 over x dy by dz. Again, differentiate it with respect to x. By product rule, you can do it. 1 over x as it is. d2y over dz square into dz over dx, because you are differentiating with respect to x. dz over dx is again 1 over x plus, not plus, dy by dz as it is. Derivative of 1 over x is minus 1 over x square dy by dz. Okay, substitute your y prime and y double prime into the given equation and see what do you get. What is the transformed equation? d2y over dz square plus p minus 1 dy over dz plus qy equal to 0. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If it is correct, you can see that p minus 1 and q are constants. So it is an equation with constant coefficients. And once it is an equation with constant coefficients, you can solve it in general. Let's do a problem on the basis of this. In this, just your transformed, means you have used this transformation. Let's see a particular example. Solve the differential equation x square plus 2xy prime minus 6y equal to 0.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, in the question, it is p multiplied with x or p of x? P as a function of x, or it is p multiplied by?
No, p and q are constants. If I would write p as function of x, I would write okay.
Yes, sir.
Here p and q are constants.
Sir, how did we decided to use this transformation?
You see, this is a particular differential equation. In fact, it is named as Cauchy-Euler differential equation. What is special about it? Notice that second order derivative is multiplied by x square. First order is multiplied by x only. If you have this format of differential equation, you can go with this transformation. Okay.
Sir.
Sir, is it x square y double dash? In the
So it is a single order.
Yeah, I missed it. X square y double. X square y double prime plus 2xy prime minus 6y equal to 0. Yes. So because you have transformed here, you are seeing it clearly. Transformed equation would be d2y over dz square. In place of p, you have 2 here. So you get dy by dz minus 6y. Q is minus 6. Now it is an equation with constant coefficients in y and z. So you can write its solution.
So can you please repeat the question? It was not audible for me.
Which question? This one?
Yeah, this one.
I'm saying that solve this differential equation. Okay, you are saying that this equation, is of the format this. So in this, we will use this transformation z equal to ln x. Once we use this transformation, we are following these steps and we are reaching here. So notice that what is p here? P is 2. P is 2 if you compare with this, and Q is -6. So I'm just directly using values of P and Q in this general one. Now it is an equation with constant coefficients. You can see it. And you should be able to solve it. Write the auxiliary equation, find the roots, and then write the solution. Do it. You can do it further and tell me the answer also.
C1 by x cube plus C2 x square.
What is the auxiliary equation here? M square plus M minus 6 equal to 0. Roots are, what are the roots?
-3 and 2.
-3 and 2. Okay. So solution is y equal to C1 e power -3z. Remember that this equation is in y and z. In place of x, you will use z. Plus C2 e power 2z. And what is your transformation? X equal to e power z. It means you can replace e power z by x. So final solution is C1 x power -3, C2 x square. C2 x square. So it's easy. Once you see the format of the equation, you can apply the transformation and find the solution. So I have told
So
you.
will the transformations will be given?
Yeah, it should be given. If it is very complicated, just go through your textbook. Okay, I think only these two transformations are used. So I've told you one transformation z equal to root q. In that case, you have this expression q prime plus 2pq over 2q power 3 by 2. If you see that this is constant, so this transformation will work in your solution. Okay. And second, when you have this format of equation, x square into y double prime plus x into y prime plus y. If this kind of situation is there, then use z equal to ln x or x equal to e power z. Two transformations I've told you. Okay.
So
Yes.
we can also use z is equal to root integration of root q dx as well, right? In this one, the
Yeah,
most.
you can use it, of course, but because I did the general derivation, so okay. In fact, this transformation is coming from this one. For this differential equation, in general, if you find this, you will get a constant. But because this is a particular format of differential equation, so I've told you separately. Okay. Okay, do one more problem just for practice and match the answer. It is x square y double prime plus 3xy prime plus 10y equal to 0. Now looking at the differential equation, you should be in a position to understand which transformation is applicable. You are seeing that second derivative is multiplied by x square, first by x. So which transformation will work? This one. Okay, use this transformation, transform it, and get to the final solution. It's a question for practice. Do it. I will not do it. Okay. I would be happy if you tell me the answer from your calculations. If you compare with the general one, P is 3, Q is 10. So transformed equation would be T to Y over dz square plus P minus 1 means 2 dy by dz plus 10y equal to 0. Now it is an equation with constant coefficients. We can solve it. And finally, don't forget to replace x equal to e power z.
So is x is equals to e की power z a general transformation?
General transformation for this kind of equations, where x square is multiplied with second derivative, x is multiplied with first derivative. For this kind of equations, x equal to e power z is the general transformation. Somebody should tell me the final answer for this equation.
Sir, y equals to 1 by x, c1 cos 3 ln x plus c2 sin 3 ln x.
Yes, sir.
C1 cos
3 ln x,
3 ln x, or you can say ln x cube,
ln x,
plus C2 times sine
ln x.
ln x. Okay, good. I write one more example. Y double prime plus 3xy prime plus x square y. Can you try this also? It is not of this format. Remember that. X square is multiplied with y. Someone may try like this. Let's divide throughout by x square. It is x power minus 2y double prime plus 3x power minus 1 y prime plus y equal to 0. But after that, that transformation x equal to e power z is not valid. Okay. Fact is that you cannot apply transformation to solve this equation. So how to solve this kind of equations? I think it is the 5th chapter where you will see series solutions. Power series solutions of the differential equation. So you will learn there how to solve this kind of equations. Okay. So it's not like that any given differential equation can be transformed and be solved. By the way, how many methods are there for solving a differential equation? Exact methods. Do you have any guess?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we replace x raised to the power minus 1 by our variable, another variable?
Then in that case, you can try this y prime, y double prime will take a very complicated form. You will not be able to solve it, okay? You can try.
So would root q transformation not work here?
Yeah, that will not work. You can try whatever I explained, you can try those methods. You will find that it is not solvable. I asked a question. How many methods exist for solving the differential equations exactly? How many methods you have learned? In the previous chapter, for solving first order equations, I think you learned 7 or 8 methods. In this also you have learned some methods. So what do you guess, how many methods exist for solving the differential equations? Which may not be in your textbook also. Because the methods that you are learning are classical methods for some useful differential equations. Any guess?
There are 1,000.
1,000, yeah, very good answer. More than 1,000. Do you want to learn 1,000 methods? Difficult. There is a textbook on the exact methods. I mean, there is a book that is available on internet also. You can go through that. What happens there? There are particular differential equations where particular transformations work. So different methods are generated. Okay. So don't think that the methods are limited to your textbook. There are thousands of methods. But you understand the approach of solving the differential equations. So there are differential equations which are not solvable by this transformation, but there exists some another transformation which transforms it in such a way that it is solvable by some known method. Okay.
So how would we
There
guess a
would be a lot of
transformation?
redundancies also, right?
How do? Can you repeat your question?
So there would be a lot of redundancies also, right? Because
Yeah, of course, that would
solve
be.
one in many different ways. So for
Yes.
every equation, you can't form a new method. No?
Yeah, that's right. But there are differential equations which are solvable by particular methods only. Okay. You will learn some more methods in this chapter. You will understand that why so many methods exist. Okay, so we have learned something very good today. We have learned how to solve the differential equations using transformation. So practice some more problems on it, and then we will meet tomorrow.